TV5 presents the Fuldheim Report.
You know, I've introduced many guests on this program, but I don't think I've ever presented anyone whose genius is so magnificent. This woman, young woman, I heard her say she had 3 children. It really taxes your credulity to believe that. But she can take a song and make you weep. She can make you cry, and she can make you feel radiant and almost exalted. This is a unique and rare talent, and Judy Garland has it.
Dorothy, that's one of those beautiful introductions I've ever had in my life.
But it is so, and I often marvel at how you can do what an actress usually does with lines, you know, with the spoken word. You do it with music. Are you aware of this when you're doing it?
I'm aware of the lyric. I don't think I'm that aware.
Well, you have a sense of drama.
Yes.
I mean, when you're doing a song, you do it dramatically.
Yes.
I've seen you lean up against a curtain, you know, or a wall, and hold it as though your agony were compelling you to hold on to something. Well, this is amazing.
Well, I suppose that's right. It's like doing a scene. You know, it's like acting. I mean, acting. That's the way I perform, because I believe in the words.
But you also have suffered a good deal yourself in your own life.
Yes, well, we all have.
Yes, we all have, but you're able to translate it into your music, you know?
Well, I don't want to make the audiences suffer anymore. No.
Oh, I don't think they mind that.
No, we've had that.
Enough pain.
No, now we have fun, yes.
We'll go on in a minute. What kind of training did you have in music?
I didn't have any. I don't know how to read music, and I've never had a singing lesson or a dancing lesson. I sort of got in on a free pass, I think. So I can't play piano.
Well, maybe it's a wonderful thing. You've never been... Maybe that's why you're so individualistic. They've never trained you into a mold.
Well, I know, but it would be nice, you know, when someone asks you if you're in a nightclub or something, and they ask you to get up and sing Over the Rainbow. Now, I've been singing that since 1492, and you'd think I would know the key.
I want you to know that Columbus wrote me that he enjoyed it, too.
Oh, did he like it? I'm glad. It's a good song.
Yes.
Oh, Chris.
Yes, oh, Chris. Well, how did you first start? What was your first role?
Oh, well, I started in vaudeville when I was 2 years old.
Oh? You were lazy up until then,
Yes, I just slept around the house all the time until then. Didn't bring any money.
What did you do it to?
I sang Jingle Bells.
In 2 years?
Well, yes, my father owned a theater, and my 2 sisters were singing, and they wanted to see how I'd work out, so they threw me on the stage, and I wouldn't get off. I liked the applause.
You were a hand then, too.
Yes, well, I got people did that, and there was approval, and I did. So as a matter of fact, I sang about 17 choruses. My father finally had to come off and pick me up and get me off. I just liked it.
Well, where did you go from then? I mean, after that?
Well, then we left Minnesota and traveled, worked our way. We were traveling by car, and we worked our way across.
And you were singing all the time?
Yeah, we'd stop wherever, and they had a theater, and my mother or my father would get us a booking for enough gasoline to get to the next town, and we worked our way to California.
Well, then in California, see, what I'm trying to find out is, when did you get your first big break, really?
Oh, you mean in the movies?
Yes.
Oh, when I was working at Lake Tahoe with my sisters at Calneva Lodge, and a man who, this is kind of funny, the way I got in the, because there was a man who was a casting director, head of casting at Columbia Studios, I think is one of the studios. And I didn't know anything about being in the movies. I didn't know much of anything.
You were just getting money for the gasoline.
Yeah, but this guy owed an awful lot of money to he was a gambler, and he had lost thousands and thousands of dollars, and he hadn't paid them back. So the man who then owned Calneva happened to think that I was a good little singer, you know, and he demanded of this casting director that he see to it that I got in the movies, and otherwise he'd wind up in the cement.
You know, one thing leads to sort of you add up, but now as you're telling me that your sister sang and your children sing too.
Yes.
Must be something in the chromosomes and genes in all of your throats that you can sing that magnificently.
Maybe, I don't know what it is.
Must be. You say you've had no training.
No.
And when you stand up and that voice with its vibrancy emerges, it's just exciting.
Well, that's good.
Can't you feel that from an audience?
Well, yes, I can now. But it's a good excitement.
Of course.
They give to me what I'm trying to give to my audience.
You know, it seems to me if I were dying, I'd want to stand up and sing.
Oh, it's a marvelous outlet. It really is. Especially if you can sing very loud and you're angry.
Simple. What makes you angry?
Pressure.
When you have to do too many things?
Yes. And rudeness.
Husbands, too, they make me angry. My husband goes...
Oh, well, I don't know anything about that, dear.
Well, I'll meet you woman to woman. We can exchange tidbits about that. Our guest is Judy Garland, who is appearing at the auditorium this evening at 8:30. Dorothy Fuldheim saying good night.
The Fuldheim Report has been a TV5 public affairs presentation. Portions mechanically reproduced.